I mean, never in my life did I ever think that I would have to make this video. You can say a lot of things about me. You can say that I rub people the wrong way. You can say that I'm wrong. You can say that I say things that I shouldn't necessarily be allowed to say. But there's one thing that you can't say about me, and that's that I'm afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Now, when I posted that video entitled "The Patterson-Gimlin Film has finally been proven to be a hoax after all this time," something along those lines, I took a pretty strong position at that time that the film was a hoax. And I'm I'm the type of person to always reevaluate my positions when it comes to personal beliefs like this. I'm always questioning myself no matter what. I'm questioning, why do I believe this? And am I able to support this in a civil kind of argument, right? So what I decided to do was go down a rabbit hole just to make sure that my position is still sound. And I took some of your advice. I went on and I looked up videos by Thinker Thunker. I saw him draw those lines on top of the footage, and yeah, it's like I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to debunk that. It seems like there's just no way for that to be a man in a suit now. So I'm starting to think you guys were right. You guys were right all along that Patty, I don't see how this could be a man in a suit anymore, you know? I watched videos of Bill Munns. He did the same thing. He proved without a shadow of a doubt that the figure in the film, there's just no way for this to be a man in a suit. So I have to humbly grovel before you and eat crow and just accept reality that something's out there, and Patty is not a man in a suit, at least in my mind. I don't think Patty is a man in a suit anymore. I think that I think you guys were right, you know. And like I said, I am a man who is not afraid to admit when he's wrong. I'm not one of these people who just digs his heels in the face of overwhelming evidence. So I want to just publicly extend an olive branch to all of the people who were in my comments and lambasting me for my ignorance. I'm really sorry. I, uh, you know, I just binged Sasquatch Chronicles for about 4 days straight. I think I got through about 20 episodes. And there was this one episode in particular that really stood out to me. I can't remember which one it was, but it was this drunk guy from Kentucky. And the story he told really resonated with me because in his story, he talked about this time he went out deer hunting and he saw the creature from behind this tree. And what he said about it is what actually stood out to me. He said that he could see the muscles moving underneath the hair. And I realized that this is exactly what people say about Patty. When they analyze the footage of Patty, they can see the hair moving the muscles moving underneath the hair. And upon further review, I have to say that, yeah, without a doubt, you can actually see the muscles moving underneath the hair. And I feel like an absolute fool right now because I took this really strong position. I basically came out and attacked the Bigfoot community for holding on to this belief for so long without really questioning it. But I think in the end, it was actually me who was the fool. So yeah, I just want to say that I'm sorry. You know, I think I took a stronger position than I should have. I feel like, take Sasquatch Chronicles, for instance. There are thousands of people who have been on that show now who have talked about their Sasquatch encounters. And there's just no way that there are thousands of people who are willing to lie like that. So I just, yeah, I mean, there's just no way. It's it's impossible for that many people to be liars. So, and then as for Bob Gimlin, I think I have to change course and reverse my opinion about Bob Gimlin. Um, I'm talking about the Bob Gimlin with an I, not the Y. Um, I watched an interview with him where he talked about his encounter with Patty back in that on that fateful day in 1967, and I could just tell by the look in his eye that he was sincere and that there's just no way that he's lying about this. There's no way. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. Uh, like I said, I'm a person who's wrong from time to time, but I'm not one of these people who's afraid to admit when he's wrong and accept defeat, eat crow and move on with my life when I'm wrong. So, yeah.